Okay, we'll go through some basic steps that are easy to follow in showing you how you can add a trusted location for CDEMS specifically so that you can have an easier time in using the registry and avoid some of the problems that can crop up whenever you're first implementing. So this is for CDEMS users that are using the 2007 version of Access specifically, and we'll be going through some basic steps in adding a trusted location to facilitate opening and using CDEMS. And this is important to do when you're first installing CDEMS on your computer or server. And we'll cover some additional steps that may be necessary if a server is involved. And the reason, the why of doing this, is that you can save a lot of time and a considerable amount of time and effort in accessing the registry and avoiding problems when trying to access it whenever you're first getting started. So, let's just suppose that this is the first time that I've installed CDEMS on my computer, and the only thing that I have right now is a simple folder on my desktop. Ideally, you would want to place your registry data file either on a secure server if that's available, a secure network place if that's available, or somewhere on your computer that's more secure than simply your desktop. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we'll just, presume that this is where we want the registry to be stored and accessed. So I'm going to open up the folder, and in here you'll find those three main data files that you've been working with already. You have the CDEMS_app file, which is the registry's application. You have the CDEMS_rpt file, which is the reporting tool. And then you have the CDEMS_data file, which is the data to which both the application and the reporting tool will be linked to. So I'm going to double-click on the application, and I'll enter the password. Okay, so you can see right away we have a security warning, and the registry hasn't opened completely. You can see at the top it says security warning, certain content in the database has been disabled, and then it gives you options for how to handle this. So there's two things we could do here. One, we could simply click on enable this content and click OK and move forward, but the next time you go to open the registry, you'll receive the same security warning as the first time. So what we want to do is get rid of that security warning so that you don't have to deal with it each time you want to open the registry. So click on Enable this content, but then click on Open the Trust Center. Okay, so we want to add a trusted location. So on the top left, you see the second listing down is Trusted Locations. I'm going to click that. And now there's a lot on this screen, but the main thing to focus on is this button right here, Add a New Location. I'm going to click that, and now it will let us browse to the folder where our data file is stored. So I'll click Browse, and I'm going to go back to my desktop. So here's that CDEMS folder that we're working out of. So I highlighted it, and I'll click on OK. And in case you happen to have folders within that folder, you could also click that subfolders of this location are also trusted, and then click OK. So that is now added to my list of trusted locations. And I'll now click OK at the bottom, and then OK once again. And we're past that initial security warning, and now since this is my first time linking up, I need to link to the data file. And there we are. Okay, there's our sample diabetes patient. So I'm going to minimize the application for a moment, and we'll go back to the RPT file, the reporting tool. I'll double-click that. Enter the password. Okay, so now you can see we didn't receive the security warning. So the adding a trusted location got rid of that warning. And now for the reporting tool, we simply go through the same step of linking it to its data file. And again, that's a one-time only step, presuming that you don't move the data file to a different folder or a different location. Okay, so I'm going to close the reporting tool and the application, and now we'll open the application back up to test it. Okay, you can see we didn't have the security warning. We weren't prompted to link to the data file. It's all completely set up. But there's one more step that I would recommend for each user. Rather than having to go to a folder and remember which file to click on, I would suggest creating a shortcut on your desktop that goes straight to the application. And I would also recommend renaming it to something that's a little bit more easy to understand. I just call it CDEMS application, which is much more straightforward. And also for the reporting tool, do the same. Create a shortcut. Go ahead and rename it to what it is. So now you can close that folder, and whenever you want to access the registry, you don't have to go to that. You can simply go to your shortcut, double-click your shortcut, enter your password, and you're in. So I hope this is helpful to you. If you want a more in-depth explanation of what the trusted location means and its all of its specifics in Microsoft Access 2007, there's a good tutorial on Microsoft.com. If you simply search for adding a trusted location, it'll be pretty easy to find. But if you do have any questions, feel free to contact us. My number is listed, and also Mary Swim's number is listed in the Utility tab within the CDEMS application. And there's also a link to our support desk, the CDEMS Users Manual, and also a link back to our Office website. So I'm Adam Baus, and I hope this has been helpful. Take care.